Good morning, children. After long back, we are back again to discuss the topic data handling. So, children, what is data? Let us say our formative assessments have been completed. So, if I ask each student, they will be giving their marks in Telugu 23, English 24, Hindi 18, Maths 17, like that. Maths, Science, Social, and so on. So, every child I will be asking, can I remember all these things? Definitely not. When we are discussing all these things, if I need to produce, I have to put it in a proper order to submit the marks to the HOD, that is our principal. So when we have calculated or when we have arranged all these marks in an order as a table of names and subject wise, subject we are writing along the column, so names we are writing along in different rows. So each column indicates the marks for the particular subject of each child. Similarly, like that. So here this data information what we are getting must be tabulated. So in order to the collected data, the information which you have collected, arranging them in a particular order is called as arrangement or organizing of data. What do you call it as? Organizing of data. So this organizing of data is whatever the collected data is there, that you are placing in a proper order. Just like let me take the heights of few children. So let me write the few children's names. Okay, Rama 3.6, Ravi 3.2, Rakesh 4.2, Ramesh 4.0, Rajesh 3.9, Lakshman 7.5, and all the data that I have collected. So this data is the heights of each heights of each of the children in the class 10th, let us say. Okay, so this is the data. So this data, if I ask who are falling under the less than 4, who are falling under more than 4, what is the average height of the class? So in order to say all these things, this data has to be organized in a tabular form. So looking at the smallest value to largest value or largest value to smallest value, we will be arranging all this data. So let us look into the smallest value here. I think it is Ravi. So Ravi is 3.2. Then comes to the Rama is 3.6. Then comes the Rajesh 3.9. Then comes the Ramesh 4.0. Rakesh 4.2. And Lakshman 4.5. This is the data. So when I arrange this data in a tabular form, When I arrange data in the increasing order or in the decreasing order, I can also write in reverse. So let us say if I ask whose height is less than 4, so I can make a target line here, less than 4. So 1, 2, 3 members are there. They are Ravi, Rama and Rajesh. I can easily say who is having 4 feet of height exactly. So it is Ramesh who is having the 4 feet of height exactly. I need not go through every time going through the line. So this is the benefit of organized data. So now let us look at, okay, who is the tallest among them. So I can say the last one, when it is arranged in the increasing order, I can go directly to the last figure to check it. Who is the least height child in the class? 3.2, Ravi. So like this, I can get the information, I can get spot information when the data is arranged in the organized manner. So this is called as organized data. This is called as unorganized data. So unorganized data can be organized to make our search or required information to be achieved immediately. This is the benefit of organizing the data. So children, here in the textbook page number 144, you are having, okay, so there is 2 tables are given here. So using these 2 tables, develop the questions as I have put to you. And here in the page number 145, you are having the data about Amala 125 centimeter, okay. Krishna noted the heights of the following students in the notebook. So Amla 125 meters, Lekia 133, Tabassum 121 centimeters, Sudha 140 centimeters, Vanaja 117 centimeters, Lenin 129 and Rajesh 132. So this data was arranged in the organized form, and there are questions here. Who is the tallest among the students? Who is the tallest among the students? It is Sudha. And who is the shortest among the students? It is the first one, which is 117. Whose height is between that of the Amala and Rajesh? Look at Amala and Rajesh. So it is Lenin's height, and his height is about 129 centimeters. So you can find the data as quick as possible. So here in the book you are given the do this activity. In unit test, Amar secured 20, 18, 23, 21, 24, 22 marks in Telugu, Hindi, English, Math, Science and Social Sciences respectively. Peter got 23, 21, 20, 19, 24, 17 marks in the above subjects respectively. Interpret the data in the organized manner. So here 2 members marks are given to you. So you can interpret the data in the organized form. Interpreting the data in the organized form will give you here only, since we are having only 2 members, we will take the 2 members as Amala, Amar and Peter. So Amar, Peter are the 2 members. So Telugu, Hindi, English, Maths, Science, Social Studies. So these are the subjects. Now Amar has secured the mark. So make a table out of it. You can draw the table horizontally like this, or you can draw the same in the vertical form also. So making this table, you can write the Telugu order, you can write respectively is given, so it is in the same order of your subjects. So 20, 18, 23, 21, 24, 22. Similarly, Peter has got 23, 21, 20, 19, 24, 17. So this is the data. This is the organized data of the given thing. So using this interpret the data and in an organized manner. So this is the organized data for the given thing, and this data you need to put some questions. Who among them have got more marks in English? So you can go directly to the English and you can see, and 23 is obtained by Amar. Okay. So it is a spelling mistake, Amar. So 23, and who got least marks in the all of the subjects? So in such case you have to look at the least mark over here, that is 18, and here 19. So who among them have got least marks and which subject? So Amar has got least marks in English and Hindi. Okay, in Hindi both of them have got 18 and 19 here. Okay, so Hindi 18, 19, and here another one is there 17. So Amar has got least marks in Hindi and Peter has got least marks in social studies. So who among them have got least marks and in which subject? Amar has got least marks. Who among them have got least marks? Okay, of all the subjects, and what is the subject? So least marks is Hindi for Amar and it is social studies for Peter. Who has got the highest mark and in which subject? Both of them have got the highest marks in the same subject, that is science, and the marks are 24. So like that you can interpret the data, you can collect the data, and you can discuss the data in different ways. What are the subjects? They got equal marks. It is the only subject, science, both of them have attained the same marks, which is 24. Like that. What is the subject in which they got least marks? So it is different for both the students. So we have to say individually. Amar has got least marks in Hindi, that is 18, and Peter has got least marks in social studies, that is 17. So coming to the next one, children. Here a classroom project is given for you. Please collect the data for the classroom project and make the organize the data, put the data in an organized manner and put some questions on this organized data. Make some questions of your own on this organized data. So coming to the next, representative values. So representative values. Here, if we consider this data I am including another column called as, generally we will be calculating the total, who among them have got the more marks. So overall total. So let me take a total column here. So total column, when I am doing the total column, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 20s are there. So 25s are 100, and here 3, 2, 1, 4, 4, 4, 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 2, 10. So 100 plus 10, 110, 110 plus 18 is 128 is the total here. So coming to the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 80, 84, 84 plus 4, 84 plus 4, 88, 88 plus 17 plus 19. 17 plus 19 is 36, 84 plus 36 is 120. So who among them have got the more marks? So Amar has got 128 and Peter has got 120. So who among them got more marks is the Amar. Amar has got more marks. So this is how the average is the total is calculated. So what is the average of Amar? Average is equal to sum of the subject marks by number of subjects. So sum of the subject marks is 128 here and number of subjects is 6. So here 6 ones are 6 twos are 12 and 6 ones are 6.21.3. 21.3% is the marks. Okay, sorry, 21.3 is the average mark that is obtained. If you want to calculate the percentage, you can calculate the percentage by putting the value. Okay, 21.3 by total marks is 130 per 100. Got it? So we will be calculating the averages, percentages and all these things based on this process. So let us come to the another interesting term, the average. It doesn't mean that he has got 21 marks in all the subjects. He has got in some subjects he has got less than that, in some subjects he has got more than that. Okay, so it doesn't mean. So the meaning of this is overall he is around 21. So the least value is 18, the highest value is 24, but the average is always lying between the least value to the highest value. Thank you.